January 2023, the first collective forecast for the year ahead, is a fast-paced one. There's a lot starting out or moving forward. Astrology does not line up with the calendar year. Calendar year is, man-made. Astrology is based on planetary orbits that do not correspond with that necessarily, but this month definitely kicks off the year, so to speak, and is a very kick-started month. So if you're excited to get into what we can all expect for January 2023, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. If you're new here, welcome to the marinara sauce community, as I cringefully will say. I am Marin, I am an astrologer, and I stick to the Western tropical zodiac, and I use whole sign houses along with other Hellenistic techniques. I do limited readings down below as well as courses, and by the time you're seeing this, I may still have availability for my retreat in June. If not, stay tuned for the next one, but I will be leading a retreat in Costa Rica, so if you want to check that out, info will be down below. This whole month, Jupiter is back in Aries. Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, positivity, is in the fire sign of Aries, representing the growth of free speech, anti-censorship, and independence on many levels. This is very much the trend of growth, of taking personal responsibility, wanting more freedom, decentralization. That is not just a coincidence with what's, happening in the world. This is definitely something mirrored in the astrology. And this was big over the summer, and now it has re-entered Aries, so expect progress, developments, and more emphasis in what we're moving forward around with individuation, individualism, the self, and things like anti-censorship and free speech, which have been growing as a movement over the past few years, definitely. On the 1st as well, Venus conjoins Pluto in Capricorn. Venus is values, harmony, relationships, can also indicate finance and the market. Conjunct Pluto shows intensity, paranoia, and toxic relationship type obsession. Not in like a direct way for you in your chart, it depends on your chart. But Venus-Pluto for one shows intense financial events. There could be some very serious, very dire, very intense news. Also could be a start to the month where you might find that you are going very deep very quickly with someone and you're not sure what's going on in the world. On the 3rd, Venus then leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius is suddenly much more, I guess you could say, free market with love. It is much more open, much less serious, and it might feel like after a very intense start to the month, suddenly the person is aloof, they're off, they're more distant, and that bond has kind of gotten weaker. So Venus in Aquarius is great for free love, for more ideological, intellectual type love and conversation. It is not as ride or die intense as Venus in Capricorn conjunct Pluto. So do expect from the 3rd onward a little bit more conversational or intellectual appreciation and relating to people. I will say Venus in Aquarius is better for the market generally, so that is nice to see. However, the main change will be in relationship dynamics, going from very intense and like one-on-one to maybe like, oh, so you're talking to all these people and okay, I guess I will enjoy our conversations. It's not bad by any means, but it is a stark shift from the beginning of the month. On the 6th, there's a full moon in Cancer. Let all the feelings out. It's definitely not too difficult of a full moon. It's not, by any means that challenging of a full moon. Full moons are peak drama and peak intensity generally, but they're usually nice for a party and a celebration. This one, being in Cancer, cardinal water sign, seems like making our emotions known, definitely putting them out there. So be enjoyable, maybe put on like a movie that you could cry to and just enjoy that. On the 7th, there's a Sun-Mercury cazimi in Capricorn. When the Sun and Mercury are conjunct, it's called a cazimi, and this shows illuminating information coming to light. Within in Capricorn, there might be some information that is released around authority or power structures that is very alarming or very eye-opening. It'll be more relevant for the Capricorn house in your chart, which you can see if you watch your individual rising sign forecast for the January ahead. I do videos for every sign, and if you're not watching them, you should fucking start. Anyway, we move on now to the 9th, when Venus in Aquarius will trine Mars in Gemini. Venus in Aquarius, air sign, Mars in Gemini, air sign, show a really positive banter or intellectual debate energy. The 9th in the whole day after, like 8th, 9th, 10th, that area, is a great time for conversational, talking with others, making your debate heard, making your mindset heard, because it's a great day to work alongside others in a very proactive, very positive, rather than emotionally like distraught way. Then on the 12th, big day is that Mars retrograde ends and Mars is now direct in Gemini. After several weeks of Mars retrograde and several months of Mars being in Gemini since August, Mars is now direct and moving forward. This does not mean that Mars is no longer in Gemini, but it means that addressing the issues and moving forward with ideological clarity and taking action based on our beliefs rather than being confused or cowardly is likely going to be easier. So the challenge is not over, but we're solving the challenge rather than staying back and being like a fucking chicken like Mars retrograde in Gemini has been, squaring Neptune as well. Then on the 14th to the 15th in the middle of the month, Venus in Aquarius will square Uranus in Taurus. This is pretty intense for shocking relationship and financial events. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's upheaval in the market, and I would not be surprised if in relationships there's a lot of whoa, 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 you're with who? Talking with them, that kind of energy that is definitely very intense, surprising, and pretty shocking in love-related matters. On the 18th, Mercury is then direct in Capricorn. Mercury retrograde is over, and the pace is generally picking up with plans, with ideas, and with travel. This is great for getting able to speak things easier with others. It's great for travel plans. Mercury retrograde is over. You can take the trip now. You can make plans with friends. It's probably not going to end in chaos. Not that it would have anyway, but easier. From the 18th to the 19th, the Sun will conjoin Pluto in Capricorn. Sun-Pluto can show manipulative or very intense power struggles. In Capricorn definitely shows that leaders could be making some very intense, dare I say paranoid, or just some quite intense actions from leaders I would not be surprised by that are quite manipulative or involve power struggles. Then on the 20th, Capricorn season is over and the Sun enters Aquarius. So there's now a lot more in Aquarius, which is a much more lighthearted, glass half full, optimistic energy. Do look for more oversight, more bird's eye view, and more intellectual energy the last week of the month, rather than the more serious introverted energy the first 3 weeks. It's much more extroverted in Aquarius season. On the 21st, there's then a new moon in Aquarius. This is a very intellectual, very mental, very cerebral new moon. So if you're looking to start anything new that is an idea or an invention or even something social, this new moon's a really good day to do it under. It's not so much an emotional, very heartwarming new moon. It's more of a, yeah, we're gonna start the plan, the layout is finished, and we're now gonna move forward with it. On the 22nd to the 23rd, Venus does conjoin Saturn in Aquarius. Venus is value and harmony in relationships. Saturn is serious and very, very sober, very dry energy. Venus-Saturn together can be commitment in a relationship. It can be getting an ultimatum or some challenging news in a relationship. It can also show a boundary drawn around the values of our life and really putting our foot down on what matters. So Venus-Saturn is generally a pretty dry day for the market. It can be pretty bearish. It can show that there's that things are not going too well right now. It can also show that in relationships, we need to draw a boundary or draw a commitment. So can be more challenging or more just commitment-wise, depending on your chart, but it's a very serious energy in relationships. Then on the 22nd, Uranus stations direct in Taurus, the final planet that is firmly kicking us off into 2023, as it is the final planet for this month that was retrograde and is now going direct. Uranus is the disruptor, it's the rebel, it is the awakener that really kicks innovation and kicks rebellion off. So with Uranus direct, it is firmly all systems go. We're now moving forward, innovating, and breaking through with these new advancements that we're kind of taking the plunge on. And finally, we end the month on a really beautiful note when Venus enters Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces, so the last few days of this month are filled with more unconditional love, more acceptance, more openness, and this is generally better for the market with Venus and Pisces. So it's a really nice, very loving, heartwarming end to the month of finally being able to connect with others on a deeper level if you felt like for the past few weeks it's been kind of difficult. If you have any comments down below or any thoughts about what's coming up for this month for everyone in January, do feel free to let me know down below. Would love to hear how you're feeling. The tarot card that we have for this January is the Devil reverse. So this is the short because it's my trading view card. The Devil, generally upright, is around worldly things. It is around getting your bills paid, doing what you need to do to support yourself. This reverse is be unrealistic. Do not think about I'm broke, I can't. No. Do the thing, life will catch you. I think this month being such go, go, go is you don't have time to second guess yourself. Do not think about the worldly, the world will fucking be there. You'll figure it out. Get the plans, kick off this year. And this is our January 2023 collective forecast. I will be coming out with a more detailed predictions video closer to the date. I filmed these about 2 months in advance, so it's now November. But I do hope you enjoyed this. As I said earlier, do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot as I see a lot of you all are not yet subscribed. I wonder what the pain is to do the little, thingamajiggy. All of you subscribed, I would have nearly double the amount of subscribers, and now it'd be cool to hit by the end of the year. So thank you all. Hope that you have an amazing, amazing start to the year. Let me know your New Year's resolution if you have one down below. I do not know mine yet because it's November, but maybe I'll pin a comment with mine. And see you in the next one.